guys, so before you watch the video on how to make mac and cheese, I just want to go over some principles that I would normally verbally say to you if I were doing the demo live. So first off is going to be the cheeses. You will have 2 cups of cheddar cheese. Now be careful because in the ingredients it lists 2 cups cheddar cheese. When you are making the sauce, you're going to add 1.5 cups into the sauce. You're going to reserve half a cup of that cheddar cheese to sprinkle on top before you bake it. So that's what makes up the 2 cups. 1.5 goes in the sauce, half a cup gets sprinkled on top. The half a cup of your choice is really up to you. If you want a stronger, bolder taste, go for a really long-aged cheese. You could do cream cheese or Velveeta. If you want more of a mild flavor, you could do some Parmesan. It's really up to you, whatever cheese you want. If you want, just do more cheddar, that's all right. As far as the dish goes, I use an 8x8, except it's glass. Metal is totally fine. You could also use like this size dish. If you use a 9x13, that's fine. It's just gonna be a very thin layer of mac and cheese rather than a built up thick layer of mac and cheese. With the pasta, bring the water to a boil first. Add your pasta, stir it once, and then I maybe stir it one other time, and then I'm just testing it towards the end. You don't want to constantly stir pasta, because if you're constantly stirring it, the pasta noodles are going to rub together and they're going to get really sticky. You also want to test your pasta. You want it to be cooked to al dente. Now what al dente means is to the bite, so it's a little firm. You don't want your noodles super gooey and soft before you even strain them, because we're going to bake it in the oven for 15 minutes. And if they're already soft, it's going to turn kind of into like mashed potatoes. So don't have them like undercooked raw, but there should definitely be firmness to the noodle. Next up is the roux. So anytime you make a roux, it's flour plus some type of oil or grease or butter. So sometimes it'll be leftover sausage grease that way you will use. Sometimes it's olive oil. Sometimes it's butter. So that is our roux. Careful not to burn your butter or your roux. You gradually add in milk so the milk or the roux doesn't get lumpy from the milk. So you just keep whisking and slowly pouring in the milk for that. Feel free to add in anything you want. If you want to add in breadcrumbs on top, if that's your style, go for it. Maybe you want to add in some jalapenos to make it spicy, or you want to make like a truffle oil lobster mac and cheese. That's totally fine. Feel free to get creative. This is just a baseline home cook mac and cheese. If you have any other questions, you know you can always reach out to me. Now let's watch the video. done. Time to try it.